And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with more of the Tuesday Night Special, and now it's time for us to talk about what happened during the second half of Monday Night Raw from Buffalo, New York, which I just remembered is the home of Beth Phoenix. Wonder why she didn't show up that night. But nevertheless, folks, the next thing to take place on Monday Night Raw was backstage with the monster among men himself, Braun Strowman, talking about that he can get a championship opportunity any place, anytime, anywhere, because he's holding on to that briefcase, so he does not care about the fact that he was not invited or talked about during those said double triple threat matches that took place on Monday Night Raw. And would also say that the only thing he regretted that he did last night is that he didn't thank Kevin Owens on his victory after he tossed him about 20 feet off the top of a cage onto an announce table. Yep, monsters are truly unforgiving and live interesting lives, just like Daffy Duck said back during his cartoon of Quackbusters. But nevertheless, folks, the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be none other than the B-Team going one-on-one against the Ascension for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And during this match, the Ascension looked great, not only doing an uppercut into the corner to Bo Dallas, but also doing a modified tiger knee from the second rope for a near fall. But unfortunately for the Ascension, just like every team that ever faced up against the B-Team, would run into a little case of bad luck and would hit a ballpark error once Connor tried to go over the ropes and tried to attack Bo Dallas. He would end up flying over ropes, getting clotheslined by Curtis Axel, only for Victor to get hit with a back suplex neckbreaker combination for the B-Team to retain their tag team champions and continue the party that they started last night all the way until now via pinfall. And I'm serious about that whole all-night party thing, folks, because apparently they showed footage on Monday Night Raw of them celebrating with Roman Reigns, then celebrating on the post-show, then celebrating on WWE Now, and according to Corey Graves, he saw them celebrating on the highway leading to Buffalo, New York in a limousine. But then again, he said the limo was going fast and he couldn't really see it, but yeah, they were celebrating. But their celebration would not last too long after this match, because Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy would come up on the screen and say that they have upsetted the 7 deities and the time structure itself, and next week they're coming for those tag team championships, so celebrate while you can. And then would say they will be deleted, and then we'll go into a whole delete thing before disappearing off the screen with one of Bray Wyatt's subliminal creepy messages. Yeah. Anyway, the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be between none other than the Authors of Pain going one-on-one against Titus Worldwide. And before this match began, Apollo Crews would try to talk smack to the Authors of Pain, only for Titus O'Neil to say, "We're gonna teach you a lesson." And I was wondering why in the world they were having such a somber mood before this match. And then the bell rung, and then the Authors of Pain would go to work being the ever-living crap out of the Titus Worldwide brand, and even taking out Titus O'Neil by throwing him into the turnbuckle post and even hitting him in the face with a clothesline. And things wouldn't go too well for Apollo Crews either, because he would suffer the wrath of a clothesline and then suffer the wrath of the final, or the last chapter, even though I think it sounds cooler as the final chapter, for the Authors of Pain to once again dominate the tag team division via pinfall. And yeah, it's only a matter of time before the Authors of Pain gets some form of title shot in the near future, and then nobody's gonna be celebrating because they're gonna hold on to those belts for as long as they want to. And if you don't believe me, check out NXT when they held the belts with Paul Ellering. It went on forever. And the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be between none other than Sarah Logan going one-on-one against Ember Moon. And during this match, Sarah Logan, who was not like Liv Morgan the past several weeks, would try to come up with a different offensive tactic to try to take out the Space Cat, but to no avail. Because during this match, folks, and I think this has to be one of the hardest elbows I think Ember Moon has delivered to date, which smacked the taste right out of the mouth of Sarah Logan. And once that happened, she was just about to go for the Eclipse to finish the job. But unfortunately, Liv Morgan, who was a two-time loser and a sore loser at that, would decide to knock Ember Moon off the top rope, giving enough opportunity for Sarah Logan to pick up the pieces and pick up the pinfall to win this match via pinfall. And for both Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan to celebrate up the ramp with the whole Master Blaster thing they've been doing for the past couple of weeks, for Liv Morgan to also stick out her blue tongue at Ember Moon while she was heading up the ramp, which proves that she cannot beat the Space Cat on her own and needed a little bit of help. So I got a feeling the rubber match is gonna probably take place next week. Oh, that would require her to win 2 times. So yeah, either way you look at it, she's gonna get a revenge by next week. And the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be the main event of the evening, which would see none other than Seth Rollins going up against the human kryptonite himself, Bobby Lashley, and Elias in a triple threat match to see who's gonna fight against Roman Reigns for next week. And during this said match, action would go back and forth, including Elias pulling out his switch out powerbomb for a near fall, and even Seth Rollins during this match with his cat-like ability leaping to the top rope, taking out Elias with his suplex Falcon Arrow combination for a near fall. But ultimately, this match will come to an end again in a major way, right after Elias would get caught with a blackout from out of nowhere by Seth Rollins, only for Lashley to break up that pin and then break the ribs of Elias like he should have did the night after WrestleMania with hitting him with a hellacious spear for him to win this match via pinfall. So the match that we were supposed to get at Extreme Rules for that #1 contendership for that belt is taking place next week. And once again, the commentators would say that Lashley stole Roman Reigns' spear, even though Lashley used it a lot longer than Roman Reigns ever did. But I digress. Good luck to Bobby Lashley next week so we don't have to see another Roman Reigns versus Lesnar match at SummerSlam. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with the IndyCade Triple S Deluxe right after this. So don't fall asleep just yet, folks, and stay tuned.